GravLab is a physics-based sandbox puzzler. It's available for the HTC Vive and Oculus Rift for about $20 US. Here's my review of it in its current state as of June 2017. We'll start with a story, of which there really isn't any. Basically, you arrive by train on some sort of abandoned moon-based testing facility with no real explanation beyond that. Much of the context is offered by pre-recorded announcements, one of the many nods this game makes to the Portal series.
The previous statement regarding chimpanzees not being able to solve the previous scenario was a lie. Chimpanzees were not able to solve this testing scenario.
So obviously this game is all about the gameplay, which basically involves guiding balls to their appropriate containers given a selection of components. As you assemble your components, the game uses phantom balls as a way to debug as you go, which works as expected. Once confident in your design, simply run your simulation and observe the fruits of your labour. Upon completing a level, the game calculates an overall score based on parts used, time taken, balls lost, etc. Aside from the main levels, there is also a Sandbox Mode, where I personally had the bulk of my fun. The game also features a level editor, where you can create and share your own levels with the community. Community sharing is currently labelled an experimental feature, and as of yet there really isn't much there. As far as the overall mechanics go, there is certainly room for improvement. For starters, you can only hold one object at a time. Your other controller simply becomes inert. There's also no way to make fine adjustments to the position of objects, which makes for a fair amount of repetitive tinkering. Object selection is also a bit buggy at times. As well as the room scale experience, the game also offers a miniature mode, which works surprisingly well, and is perfect for those who prefer a seated experience. The game's inventory and menu system look great but don't escape criticism. For one thing, selecting buttons would periodically become weird and stuttery at times. I would also have liked the option for the menu to be persistent, rather than having to open it every time I needed something. On to difficulty. Each level comes with an easy, medium and hard setting. The harder the difficulty, the more limited your inventory. Overall, the challenge offered by each difficulty was very inconsistent between levels, with hard mode meaning anything from dead easy to seemingly impossible. This inconsistency was compounded by the game forcing you to complete easy to unlock medium and medium to unlock hard, particularly when it often meant building the exact same thing 3 times. On a positive note, the title features an in-game camera, allowing you to both take photos and 3-second GIFs, similar to Google Tilt Brush, a nice addition. As for locomotion, the game currently only offers teleportation, which is a shame, though according to the developer, smooth motion is on its way. On to sound. This is something I felt the game nailed, from the ambient hums and beeps to the hollow clunking of balls down a staircase of science. Nicely done. Music is accessed via a spawnable radio. As well as several really nice stock tracks, there is also an option to play your own music. However, the interface is very limited, with no option to select individual songs or even skip the one you're on. I also encountered a bug where the radio would disappear between levels while the music still played. And before you ask, spawning the radio again resulted in 2 songs playing atop each other. Fairly annoying. As far as graphics go, they're pretty decent, though nothing groundbreaking. As for graphic settings, they've done a brilliant job here. They've even included a live FPS counter. In terms of performance, I did unfortunately encounter a number of crashes. They tended to happen when a large amount of items were spawned, in other words, the worst possible time. We arrive now at the verdict. Numerous bugs, a lack of polish, and unfinished features are all things you come to expect from an early access title. Except this isn't an early access title. Now, I'm sure some will be able to look past these shortcomings, and this is definitely a game with a lot of potential, but priced as it is in the state it's in, as much as I'd like to, I cannot wholeheartedly recommend it.